Hi, I'm Sean Osmond from Vidora, and today I'll be walking you through how you can increase the ROI from your campaigns by using machine learning to predict which of your customers are most likely to purchase. But before we dive into the details, let's understand a bit more about why this is important. For many product and marketing teams, a primary goal is to increase conversion rates and overall conversions. But the challenge is understanding which of our users are most likely to purchase in the first place, so that we can begin to tailor and personalize experiences directly to those users in order to increase the conversion rates. And this is where machine learning can help. Machine learning can take all of the understanding that we have of our current customers in order to create accurate predictions about how likely each of your users is to purchase in the future. And then using this information, we can create very specific, very tailored segments of our audience in order to personalize experiences specifically to those customers. So let's see how this works. The first step in creating this purchase prediction is to better understand the actions of our customers. This can be done by setting up a source within Segment and tracking customer behaviors over time. If you're not familiar with Segment, Segment is a customer data platform that helps you understand who your users are and what actions they're taking within your service. Once information is in Segment, you have the ability to integrate it with a variety of different tools throughout your business. These could be advertising tools, marketing tools, or even a machine learning platform like Vidora. For this example, I already have a source set up within Segment, so let's start there. Within the Segment interface, you can see that I'm already tracking data to a Segment source. Here, I'm tracking this through the API. The information that I'm tracking are behavioral events, such as a user logging in, viewing an item, or making a purchase. Any activity our customers take can be tracked through Segment. And once that information's in Segment, we have the ability to add any destination and forward that information to a different place. In this example, we'll be forwarding all of these events over to Vidora, where we can create our purchase prediction. When looking at the connections within Segment, you can see that my Segment API source is already integrated with the Vidora Destination, meaning all activity tracked to the API source will automatically be forwarded over to Vidora. And adding this integration couldn't be simpler. Within the Vidora Destination, all you need is an API key that you would get from your Vidora account. Once this API has been copied over into Segment, all of that information can start to flow. And we can test that using Segment's event tester. Simply sending over a test event, we can then see that arrive within Vidora. Going into the Check Your Events tab within Vidora, we could very easily search for the user ID of the test event and see that the integration is set up and working, and Vidora is receiving all activity coming over from Segment. Now that the integration is set up and all information from Segment is flowing into Vidora, we can create our machine learning pipeline. Specifically, we'll create a future events pipeline, which allows you to predict the likelihood that any user will take a specific action in the future. When it comes to what you can predict any event that's being tracked within Segment. For example, who's going to cancel a subscription, or who's going to register. But here, we want to predict specifically who's going to make a purchase within the next 30 days. And this prediction can be made either for all users or just a subset of your users. For example, maybe you wanted to specify this prediction only for a specific country. Here, however, we'll be making this prediction for all of our users. This is going to be our purchase prediction, and I want to use it regularly. And so in my pipeline, I'm going to have it retrain weekly. So all new data that flows in from Segment will be used to update the machine learning pipeline and create brand new predictions for each one of our users. Once the machine learning pipeline finishes training, using all of the data being tracked through Segment, we can now take a look at the results. The first thing to notice is the pipeline quality score, which here is excellent. And what this means is that we have enough historic data in order to learn the behaviors of users making purchases in order to say that these predictions for the future are very accurate. And the way we do that is by creating features from your raw data, and it's these features that the machine learning pipeline uses to make the predictions. And here you can see those features ranked in order of importance. What this means is how much predictive value do each of these features have in the overall prediction. And what you can see here is that users being active within the last week, also users adding items to the cart and making purchases in the past, these are very important features to our prediction. However, what you'll also notice is that every single feature being created has some importance to the prediction. And this is the real power of machine learning. Every behavioral activity that you understand about your customers can be used to make an even more accurate prediction about your users. All of these features are then used to train the machine learning model. Here, you can see that we tested 75 different models using all of the features generated from segment data. The idea here is to find the best model and the best configuration to give you the most accurate predictions about your users. Now that we have access to the results from the machine learning pipeline, the next step is to set up the segment export destination to get all of those predictions back into Segment. To set up this integration, all you need to do is set up a source within Segment and copy over the right key from Segment directly into your Vidora account. You can see that I already have a Segment export set up here in my Vidora account, meaning I can go into any of the predictions that I've created and automatically send these user predictions directly back into Segment. Here, in this test prediction, I have 10,000 users, and the prediction is who's most likely to purchase within the next 30 days. So I'm going to send this information directly back into Segment, specifically the conversion probabilities. What this will do is it'll set a user trait for every user in this prediction and set that into Segment so that you can forward it to any destination that you would like. Going back into our Segment account, you can see my source is set up to capture these Vidora predictions. Here we have a user whose likelihood to purchase this month is 98%, an extremely likely user. And with this integration, the most important part is that it's automated over time, meaning all new behaviors we track into Segment will automatically go into Vidora, which will automatically retrain the pipeline, and these prediction exports will automatically come directly back into Segment. And what that allows you to do is send this information to any destination you'd like, and rest assured that it will always have the most up-to-date predictions for your customers. Taking a look at the destination catalog within Segment, you can begin to see all of the possibilities of how you'd use these predictions. You could, for example, create an advertising campaign targeted at the most likely users, or perhaps an email marketing campaign reaching out directly to those customers. Once the data is in Segment, the possibilities are limitless. And those are all the steps necessary in order to create a purchase prediction off data already being tracked within Segment, and use those predictions to increase the ROI from your campaigns. To recap, we start by tracking all customer behaviors to a source within Segment, which can then be automatically forwarded over to Vidora. Vidora would provide you a no-code machine learning platform to take that data from Segment and automatically create predictions, like, for example, how likely is each user to purchase within the next 30 days. That data can then be automatically sent directly back into Segment, where you can use the destination catalog to integrate it with any additional tool that you'd like. We hope that you found that informative, and there's a link to a written recipe down below. Feel free to check that out, or if you'd like, reach out directly. We'd love to talk with you more about machine learning and how these predictions can be beneficial to you and your campaigns. Hope you have a great day.